Hi everyone. Mike wanted us to tell about how we met. We met way over 57 years ago, and Dad will tell you how he happened to come in to the little restaurant where I was working and made my acquaintance.
Well, Floyd Monk Maycumber was a neighbor, and I went fishing with him. And he was telling me about this girl that worked down at Hamels in that little restaurant. And he said, "Man, that's a pretty girl." So I went down there to take a look, and she had the long, bright blonde hair, and I thought she was the prettiest thing. And she was wearing wedding rings, so I just come out and said, "Well, how do you like being married?" She started crying and said her husband got killed in a woods accident. So I asked her, would she go out with me? And she said, yeah. So I went home and told Mom about meeting her, and had a date for Thursday night or something like that.
Which was almost a week away.
It was almost a week away. Mom had a fit, said, "That's too long to wait. You get down there and see if you can't do something sooner." So I went down there, and she said, "Well, you can go over to Lorraine with me to get my little boy. He's over there with my first husband's mother, taking care of him." So
I ought to step in here and say that after he met me the first time, he came down to Hamels and just drank one cup of coffee after the other. And I thought he was such a coffee toper. So when he come to get my little boy, get me to go over and get Kenny, he came in my house and I had the coffee already, and he kind of sat there and looked around and he said, "Whoa, do you rent this house furnished?" And I said, "No, I don't rent this house, and the furniture's mine." And I could have said the kid in the car are mine too, but I didn't. But anyway, he come in and we had coffee, and then he took me over the hill to get Kenny. But we'd known each other probably by then, probably 10 days maybe. Go ahead. We're going over the hill.
over the hill, going over Lorraine Mountain, and I looked down there, and she was looking at me with a real soft look, and I just whipped that car off the road and grabbed her and kissed her. And she said,
Oh, well, I said ordinarily he would have got a trip to the moon, but for some reason or other, it just seemed like it was the right thing to do. I don't know. But then he went and got my little boy and met Kenny for the first time and my in-laws for the first time, and then went back over the hill to Cottage Grove, and he took me to Safeway's and bought steak and potatoes and salad and took me home and had me cook a meal. And I should have known right then that something was wrong, but it wasn't. Anyway, then we went up and met his mom on Sunday afternoon, and then we had a date on Monday, and we had a date on Tuesday, and we had a date on Wednesday, and Thursday he got my rings, and we were engaged on Thursday when we should have had the first date. Okay, Harold.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I got to say something, don't I?
Oh, well, 5 weeks later, what happened?
Oh, well, 5 weeks later, I guess we got married.
Yeah.
And over at the old Catholic church there in Cottage Grove. And little Kenny was all excited about it.
Yeah. Kenny was in the back pew and with his Grandma Rose, and Harold walked out toward the front of the church there, and he said, "There's my daddy." And then he turned around and announced to the whole crowd, "Mommy and Daddy's getting married today." And so then we did. And
But anyway, I loved that little kid, and he didn't have enough hair to cover his head. He just kind of white hair, and it was just, but
anyway, we went on a honeymoon that was supposed to be in 2 weeks, and we went down to California and went out to Catalina Island, and finally I said, "Honey, I can't go any further. I have to get back to see my little boy." Well, we came back up through the redwoods and went and saw my sister and her family. Then we came home, and Harold, you tell them how we came home there to Grandma Rose's.
We drove up in front of Grandma Rose's.
Look at the camera.
And got out of the car, and Grandma Rose's front door blew open, and little Kitty come running out, and Nita got out of the car and held her arms open, and he went right by her, and he's hollering, "Daddy, Daddy, Daddy!"
Yeah. Anyway, I about bawled, but that's how he called him Daddy from the minute get-go. And then shortly after that, like in November, after we got married in February, Steve was born the 27th of November. And then we had 2.5 years later, we had Michael. And then we had David. And then we had Barb. And then we moved out to right at the head of Cottage Grove Lake. And this is Cottage Grove Lake behind us here. And that 10 years we lived at the head of Cottage Grove Lake was some of the best years we ever had in our life. Our kids were little, and we lived in the country, and if we could zap ourselves back, that's where we'd be forever. But they do grow up.
I was cutting timber for Weyerhaeuser, and felt so good about that place with all the kids. Fought a lot, and they were good kids. They liked it. Go down the river and swim.
And then they all went to school in town, and it was Harold come home from work, take a kid to town. Harold come home from work, Nita take a kid to town. Harold take a kid to town, Nita take a kid to town. So finally, we just moved to town, and we lived in the house at 948 South 10th for 38 years. And the last couple years, it kind of became a chore to maintain that house, so we moved out to Riverstone and have a little mobile out there with a little bit of flowers for me to take care of, and we're very, very comfortable. And that's our 57 years of married life, in a nutshell.
Sounds good. That's it, I guess.
Yep.
Say goodbye to everybody.
Bye. Hope you enjoyed.
Adios.
I can't remember when you were there, when I didn't care for anyone but you. And I swear we've been through everything there is. Can't imagine anything we've missed. Can't imagine anything the two of us can do. Through the years, you never let me down.